Welcome to another episode of Utility Players Podcast, episode 9. We will not waste any time tonight. We have a lot of topics to cover in every sport imaginable: UFC, NBA, NFL, and baseball coming up. We will set it off by leading off with Gravy. He has a lot to talk about the NBA, kind of either trade deadline or who the favorites coming out of the East and West. So talk to us, man.
Yo. Well, I'm going to go over a little bit about the trade deadline and then just drop some info that I got. And then we can kind of discuss everything, because I think all the trades that were made were kind of tied into each other one way or another. So first, I want to quick shout out to Terrence Ross, who was hilarious on trade deadline day. Dude was putting meme after meme out. Oh, he was hilarious.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Great
bro,
contract.
It was hilarious because
Twitter's fun on trade deadline.
I'm pretty sure he did the Will Smith one when he's like looking around, and he was just like, "Well, guess he did the he did the I'm the captain now."
On the team.
Yeah,
I'm the captain.
Did you see Bronny's tweet?
No.
Bronny tweeted all this to take out a 36-year-old man in his 18th year in the league.
Hey,
dude,
why not?
There was some Twitter was crazy that day. Also want to celebrate the Knicks for having a normal trade deadline and not overpaying for somebody and having smart guys in the front office. Okay.
Oladipo was probably the only one that was probably the biggest get that you could have gotten, right?
Yeah.
Oladipo.
Yeah, I was Oladipo, or I wanted Lonzo. We were in talks for Lonzo, but sources say he wants to come to New York or Chicago in the offseason. So
it's gonna be a battle.
Detroit and Sacramento. Oh, dude, I'm going to your house for Bulls games, and you're coming to my house for Knicks games.
He's going to one of those. He's going to one of those teams.
Yeah,
this offseason.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, let's see if you guys can follow along to this. So, trade deadline, I believe, was Thursday night. Well, Thursday at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., somewhere around there, mid-afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah,
Detroit and Sacramento actually kicked everything off the previous night. The Pistons traded DeLon Wright, I believe is how you say his name, to Sacramento for Corey Joseph and 2 second-round picks. And then the next day, real quick, Ben, have you ever looked up Evan Fournier's last name on Google?
No, I'm not gonna either, because I know what it comes up.
You know what comes up?
I heard about that.
You know what comes up?
Is this someone about?
Look it up.
All right, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now, and we'll get a live reaction.
Yeah.
Dude,
wait, I just type in his last name.
Yep. A quick backstory while Ben's doing that. So Evan Fournier got traded from the Magic to the Celtics for 2 second-round picks, and after he was traded, he tweeted and he said, "Hey, Boston fans, if you're not familiar with me, Google my last name. Like, let's go Celtics." So Ben, who hopefully has gotten the definition yet.
Oh my God! What the fuck is that?
This is a player telling his new fan base, "This is how you become familiar with me."
And I like how ironically it's like gangrene and like green, like the green Celtics, all that.
Yeah.
It was just
Ben,
funny.
you want to give Ford a quick rundown of that?
He's still looking.
He's still looking.
Dude,
I haven't looked it up.
What in the hell is that? Oh my God.
Yeah, I would get off it before.
Oh my God. Wow.
Before you keep going down a bad dark hole.
Wow.
It's
that
bad.
looks wow.
All right.
All
right. So after they traded Fournier, they traded Aaron Gordon and Gary Clark to Denver for Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and a protected 2025 first-round pick.
Can we talk
Then they
about
traded Vucevic and Aminu to Ben's Chicago Bulls for Otto Porter Jr., Wendell Carter Jr., and 2 first-round picks. And one of the first-round picks is this year's, but it's top 4 protected.
Yep.
So after that, Cleveland traded JaVale McGee to Denver for Isaiah Hartenstein and 2 future protected second-round picks, not small round. And then we had a 3-team trade. So Philly got George Hill and my boy Iggy from the Knicks OKC got Tony Bradley, Philly's second round pick in 25 and 26, and they got Austin Rivers, who was waived. Last I saw, Austin Rivers was a favorite to go to the Bucks, but the Bucks just signed Jeff Teague, so I don't know if that.
Teague,
yeah, I don't know if that impacts that. And then New York was actually in that. We got Terrence Ferguson and Vincent Poirier, who were both waived. So we got 2 open roster spots. Praying for Boogie Cousins, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Yep.
Sacramento traded Belitza to Fort's Heat for Mo Harkless and Chris Silva. The Hawks traded Rondo to LA for Lou Will, 2 second-round picks and cash. JJ Redick got traded from the Pelicans.
Love Atlanta.
Dude, he's going back home. Lou Will's
getting them wings.
Yeah, that's a great trade.
Pelicans traded Redick and Melly to Dallas for James Johnson, Wes Iwundu, and a second-round pick. Golden State were trying to trade Oubre the whole day, but they ended up trading Brad Wanamaker and a top 54 protected second-round pick and cash
54?
to Charlotte. Yeah, for a 2025 second-round pick, top 25 protected. Weird. They're just doing it to clear cap space. They did a similar trade with the Spurs for Marquise Chris, and they just got some draft rights back. Kind of the biggest trade probably at the end of the day was Houston traded Victor Oladipo to the Miami Heat for Kelly Olynyk, Avery Bradley, a draft pick swap, and a Reese's Pieces from the gas station. Yep. The Wizards traded Mo Wagner. Wagner and Troy Brown went to Chicago for Daniel Gafford and Hutchinson. I don't even know if those guys played a lot for you, Ben, did they?
No.
Okay. The Celtics traded Daniel Theis. Yeah. Well, you guys got Daniel Theis from the Celtics for Mo Wagner. I actually like him, and I know some Celtics fans that like that guy too.
Oh, Tice.
We needed him down low.
Yeah, and he'll be a good guy to come in and give Vooch some rest when he needs it.
Yep.
Toronto traded some guards, but not Kyle Lowry. Terrence Davis went to Sacramento for a future second-round pick. And I just want to state that Terrence Davis made the all-rookie team over R.J. Barrett. I'm pretty sure about this. And he got traded for a second-round pick.
Wild, right?
Yeah.
What was that, 2 years ago?
No, last year. This is RJ's second year.
RJ Barrett was a rookie last year?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like he's been in the league 3 years. My bad.
2 more. Toronto traded Matt Thomas, Iowa State, to Utah for a future second-round pick. And Portland traded Norman Powell to Portland. The Raptors traded Norman Powell to Portland for Gary Trent and Rodney Hood.
Powell had a great game on Friday, too.
They played each other. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, 24 points.
Right away.
I got 4 more moves. We can get into it. As we know, LaMarcus Aldridge signed with the Monstars in Brooklyn. Andre Drummond signed with the Lakers. My boy Mitchell Robinson fractured his right foot on Saturday, which is why I want Boogie Cousins. And that one guy who played in Miami got waived by OKC because he doesn't know how to control his mouth while he's streaming video games.
Yeah, let's not give him any more news.
What do we think? Like I just spoke a lot.
That was wild. Yeah, that was wild.
Like how do we? Yeah. It was a wild day.
It was a wild day, but I mean, there wasn't many like big moves like we were expecting to see, or a lot of Heat fans were expecting to see. We've been talking about so much shit over the past month, and it was kind of a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
I've foreseen a lot of moves like this because there isn't big time free agents. So people are moving money around, trying to be smart with collecting draft picks, knowing that in the next, not this offseason, but after that, there's some young up and coming guys that is that new wave of free agents that that teams want to be in position for. So you're seeing a lot of money moves. Like you said, you just name players that don't play more than 10 minutes, if not any minutes off the bench, that are being moved simply because of money. And that's what the Nets did years ago in order to get KD and Kyrie. So it's going to be fun the next few off seasons to see these teams like the Bulls. I'm not a Bulls hater at all. I like to see them do well. Everybody rooted for Michael Jordan back in the day, but I like the Vooch deal. I like that they upgraded. They got themselves an all-star. Now they have it, obviously, in Levine, they have an all-star as well. So I'm excited to see what those two could do.
Yeah, I think it was, it wasn't one of those trade deadlines where a lot of, and I'll call them big names got traded. But if you look at a lot of the people that got traded, maybe we'll say the top 5 trades, it's a lot of players that are established, really good at what they do, and can come in and provide that extra lift to the team to get them to the next level. Obviously, I love the Vooch trade as a Bulls fan. It was a shocker to me. Did not expect it at all. And then here in AK has been targeting him for a while and trying to figure out how to get him. Vooch is established, should have been an all-star, 24-10. And I think he's going to come in, relieve some pressure off Zach. And it shows to me, the Bulls showed Zach like, hey, we're all in on you. They really need to do something and get somebody in there so he didn't leave or not try to come back to them this year. Came in and got them. I really wanted them to see get Lonzo too. That's fine. We really need a pure point guard, in my opinion. Kobe White is just not going to cut it.
He's a good scoring guard.
I know it's only his second year, but to me, Kobe White has always been a backup point guard. He's not a pure point guard. He's more of a score first type point guard is what he wants to do. And the Bulls don't need that with Zach and Vooch. They need a pure point guard. And I really, really, really hope that this offseason we go after Lonzo and then Zach get his deal. A couple other ones that I liked. I like the Rajon Rondo one a lot.
The Clippers needed a point guard.
The Clippers needed a point guard bad. Rajon has obviously got NBA championship experience, playoff experience.
He's established.
He can come in there. He's a leader type player. Obviously, he can come in and help them out a lot. So I like that one. And then what was the other one here? I like the Oladipo. I always worry about his health like everybody else, but if he can stay healthy, I mean, the Heat are playing well. It's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah. Had a few good games, but we lost 6 in a row, so.
Yeah, the Drummond thing
right now.
The Drummond and who else? Aldridge, and then who else just signed to the Nets?
Blake Griffin.
Blake, yeah.
He had a great game the other day too. Showed him he could come back.
People are freaking out, obviously, about the Nets and loading up on what they're going to do. But I mean, the goal in any sport is to win, and they know they're going to have to go up against somebody in the West, either probably the Lakers, most likely, and they're going to have to get people on there. Other teams in the East that know they can't compete with Brooklyn, they have a shot to go to the playoffs, but in reality, their chances are not that good.
Yeah.
And so the Nets doing what they do, I'm not that mad at it. Would it have happened in my day growing up? No, but it is what it is. They're trying to win a championship. Why can't you be mad at them for trying to win a championship? If it was your team, if anybody who gets pissed off about it, and I would say, hey, if it was your team,
you'd be all about it
because you're going all in to try to win this year. You're not trying to play games.
First time it's been done.
Yeah, exactly. Every year, one or two teams do this.
Few teams always try and get it done.
They have a guy coming off that has only played 19 games in coming up on 2 years. And then they have another guy, Kyrie, that, doesn't have a good history of injuries. They're preparing themselves to make sure that if, God forbid, one of these guys went down, we have another talent. And I love our GM, Sean Marks, has put us in this position because what are today on ESPN, because Mondays kind of recaps the weekend, they talked about how when they made the Harden trade, everybody said the Nets don't have depth. What are they doing? They're trading all their assets and all what they have. And now we have too much depth. It's because the GM, Sean Marks, didn't plan every move like this, but was planning ahead, was thinking, hey, if we got a buyout guy in the market, we could get one or two. They got 2 of the 3 top waiver guys, and that's what every team does. The Lakers did it with Howard last year, right?
Yeah.
And every team does it. The Clippers have been doing it for the last 2 or 3 years. So at the end of the day, it's fine.
You can't get mad at it.
Can't get mad at it.
If it was your team, if it was the Heat doing the same shit, I'd be cocky Heat fan all over Twitter.
Hell yeah.
So
I did like his response.
Of course.
it's not like, Blake and LaMarcus are still Blake and LaMarcus, but they're not Blake and LaMarcus
Exactly.
5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yep.
They're
Right.
not.
That's why they
They're
got
still gonna
waived.
provide a lift.
That's why they
If
got.
they were, if they were, they wouldn't be on the team. And if you look at the Nets, they haven't had those three basically play together very much at all. I mean,
Yeah.
Kyrie's back tonight. I just saw he's got I think 20 already.
Yeah, I'm
and
watching
KD.
it. I'm like, oh shit.
But it does make you wonder, if they had all three of those guys healthy all year, what moves would they have done? Would they have done
Exactly.
any of this now?
Yeah.
I think it's,
I thought about
as a
that today.
GM,
This is big
as
time
a-
insurance.
as somebody who's
Insurance.
running a team. If you're running your own business and you might not have, your top people there, you're out there searching
Bro.
for other parts to try to make sure your business is still run smoothly and can compete.
I feel
Gravy
like
Gravy just used the word. It's insurance that they didn't have to pay a lot for. Like you
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I feel like if KD wouldn't have gotten hurt or Kyrie wouldn't have missed so many games, like I'm sure the Nets would have still trying to sign like Blake Griffin or Aldridge, but maybe those guys don't decide to go there because
Yep.
KD's still playing. Kyrie's
Yeah.
playing all the games. So now with KD out, Aldridge can go in there and get some touches, and he can still give you 20 a game. Like any given night he can go off and give you 20. You never know what he's gonna do. But
It's funny how things work with injuries, how like sometimes injuries are blessings, The Dinwiddie
Yeah.
injury, if he's healthy, he gets traded in the Houston deal. Or if he gets probably traded at this deadline. But the Nets were like, hey, we could probably sign him next year, hopefully, if we agree to terms. Or if he comes back, he could probably be better than that player that we would have traded him for. So it's crazy how injuries, they hurt when it happens, but the KD, the Dinwiddie, as specific to this team, could be blessings. The AD and LeBron could be a blessing. Drummond maybe wanted to come to LA more because of those injuries, like
right.
somebody just said. So injuries are weird. They suck when it happens, but long term, if your team makes the necessary adjustments, man, it feels good to have a negative turn into a positive.
Hey,
Yeah.
all I'm going to say right now is the rumors are flying. And Nick, I know you read them too, that Lonzo likes playing for the Pelicans, but he hates New Orleans. And he wants out. And he either wants to go to the Bulls or the Knicks. And so
Those are solid picks.
this offseason, Nick, I'm telling you.
We're going to New Orleans.
No, we're going to go at it.
You're going to go recruit him?
You and I will compete like we're Bulls and Knicks GM.
Like
Because I want Lonzo.
Hey, whoever gets him, the other guy's got to wear his jersey on the podcast.
Deal.
That'd be fire. I like those two
Alright.
teams for him a lot.
And also, I just want to kind of point this out. I mean, obviously, we wish him all the best, but a lot of these dudes can't handle the playoffs or the finals. And
Playoffs?
Blake and LaMarcus, just the same thing with Andre Drummond going to the Lakers. These guys haven't been there before. So who knows
Yeah.
who they're going to be when it's time to rock and roll. So
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
don't
be
know,
fun,
dude.
man.
It was
Either
I
way.
enjoyed it.
What do you
Also,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
Aldridge was giving Dwight some buckets in the playoffs a few years back.
Yeah, but
Sometimes new
I'm more or
environment,
less
they-
talking finals because Blake has that playoff experience too.
Okay.
But I think we can
Yeah.
all agree finals is a different beast. So
And it
But
will
that's
be
what you don't
different
have
though
KD
because of
for.
COVID.
You got KD and Kyrie, and that's it.
well, yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, you have LeBron, on the other side to
Yeah.
kind of cancel KD, but it's those other guys. Like, what are those other guys going to do who haven't been there?
Right. No, we need that Lakers Nets finals just to happen. Like,
I mean, to make the argument, because I agree with you, Gravy, but to be the devil's advocate there, the Miami Heat didn't have experience. I know it was in a bubble. This is a kind of with the crowd a little bit, but Miami Heat didn't have any experience, and they went far. Hero, Duncan.
Right, but
Robinson.
I'm not talking strictly experience. I'm talking about like the Heat were there because like they had players who were built for that moment.
Okay.
We've never seen LaMarcus or Blake in that moment of being
It's
on the
been-
finals. We can say that about the Heat team now because we saw them
Yeah.
in that situation. So
Yeah.
that goes with anybody, but
Of course.
when it comes down to it, the Lakers were there last year, and
Yeah.
they have those guys that have been in that moment. So I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't think it's going to be a wash. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you guys are the two teams that end up making it, I don't think that's a wash at all.
no, I think that's a 7-game series.
Yeah.
Lakers Nets. I
Oh,
think
we all,
that's a 7-game
we all
series.
we all hope it would be.
Right.
And
The NBA
If LeBron wins,
Yeah.
everyone will have to block me.
That'd be.
Alright.
I mean,
Look what you put in front of this man at 36.
No, yeah. If they beat us and it comes down to everybody plays healthy, not like one of those Durant goes out, Toronto wins. If it stays packed and it goes 6 or 7 games, which we all need because that'll be great
Right.
to have a high energy finals. Man, if LeBron beats that, give it to him. All time great.
What do you guys think about the Aaron Gordon thing? Trey.
What part
Like
of
how
the
he'll
thing?
fit?
Just how we went about it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good because they were playing Michael Porter Jr. at the 4, and he was like a little too. It sucks saying small, but
he's a
I don't know,
different kind of 4.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah, he
built
is.
for that 4, like to guard the 4s.
And I feel like the way Jokic plays, Aaron Gordon is a better 4 for that team offensively because he's a slasher. You know, Michael Porter. I mean, I don't watch.
He can go to the 3 now.
Much.
He can go play the 3 now. He doesn't need to play the 4.
But Aaron Gordon is a crazy slasher, and with Jokic passing, it'll be tough.
Yeah, and people don't talk about Jokic's passing ability enough. But Aaron Gordon thing, I thought it was interesting. I think it helps them a little bit defensively too. I'll be interested to see how that turns out because I mean I don't watch the Nuggets a lot, but I like Jokic a lot, and I like seeing the Nuggets do well. So I'm wondering if this is going to help them maybe try to compete. They're going to try to ride Jokic's tails as far as they can, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think Aaron Gordon does make sense in that offense, like Ford said, as far as he's the point center, Joker, and then you got Gordon in and out. He's not dirty, like you guys said. When you think of a 4 or power forward outside of a KD or example, you need a little. He's going to get dirty. Aaron Gordon's not going to be in there in the trenches. Vooch, Ben, you're going to love for that. He will be getting you rebounds offensively, defensively. You'll just be like, oh, thank God. Every time every time he plays the Nets, he goes for 20 rebounds. So Aaron Gordon, what did he switch to the number 50 because of the Dwayne Wade thing? Was that true?
Contest.
Is that true?
He made a diss track to D Wade.
Yeah.
He's 50. He's number 58.
50.
No, he's number 50.
5-0.
I thought he was 58.
No, 50.
50.
Because he has like the most 50s in dunk history, but he still hasn't won one.
That's corny.
Yeah, he did like an Instagram post about why he wore 00, I think, recently too. So he's one of those. He's a cornball. I won't go off on a LeBron thing, but I wouldn't hang out with him.
I can't do this 2 weeks in a row with you.
He's a very spiritual guy.
I do want to get your thoughts. Spiritual. I want to get everybody's thoughts on the one trade that really confused me was Norman Powell going to the Blazers for Gary Trent and Rodney Hood. Because
for what reason?
I know they're 2 Duke guys, and I'm a UNC fan, but I like both of those dudes, and especially for that team.
Yeah, it felt like it to me. It felt like the Blazers maybe tried to do something, and then it just was like, no, let's just do something to say we did something.
Right.
Norman Powell's going to get paid in the offseason. He's going to get over $100 million. I don't know if the Blazers sign him. I don't know what their money situation is, or if they could use 3. Yeah, exactly. So it's a rental, but they traded what's his name for a rental. What was the guys?
Gary Trent Jr.?
Yeah, he's nasty. He did really well in the playoffs last year.
Rodney Hood's a good wing guy.
Yeah, I don't know. That trade seemed a little off to me.
It's weird.
Think about the Blazers, though. Think about this. They're not going to having a good season. Dame, they don't. They're not going to win it all. Let's just say that they're not going to win it all. Mm-hmm. So then after this year, what do they do? Who
I'm wondering if
is out there that they could try and go get?
I'm wondering if Norman Powell is going to be CJ McCollum's replacement.
Because he needs a new contract, or they're
not going to afford Powell, Lillard, McCollum, Nurkic.
Nurkic.
They can't afford that.
Yeah, no way. Especially in Portland's not going to pay luxury tax and all that.
I'm thinking, man, that might be what they're trying to do here. So, all right, good luck to them.
Cool. Anything else on the NBA trend?
I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
Shout out my boy Mike Woodson. You heard?
Oh, Indiana, right?
Next coach at Indiana University, where he played under Bobby Knight.
He did well.
Yeah, listen,
as a
I
coach
love
level.
Woody. I love Woody. He's probably my favorite Knicks coach. Obviously, besides Jeff Van Gundy.
When he had no eyebrows back in the day.
Dude,
That was
that
the funniest
he
news
was our
story
coach,
ever.
and we had Melo and
Yeah.
Amari, and he guided us through that era, and we fired him for no reason. He's like
My
the
man
only
looked
Knicks
like-
head coach to be over 500 in the past like 10 years.
My man looked like Mr. Potato Head. Well,
Yeah.
actually, now they don't have
Just
a Mr.
Potato
and
Head.
Mrs. So just
Oh,
Potato
yeah, it's
Head.
just Potato Head.
We gotta stand
Yeah.
corrected, guys. We're we
Fuck
try to
that
be
shit.
open for everybody. No, at the end of the day, it's like fuck that shit.
Fuck
But
that.
hey, if you believe in that stuff, more power to you, Potato Head.
Did you know that the original Mr. Potato Head was just the parts, and you had to take a potato from like an actual potato?
Oh, really? That's how.
Yeah, that was the
That's it.
original potato head. You had
That's
to,
funny.
you
I
bought
didn't
the
know that.
parts and then stuck them in your own potato.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, learned something today.
Yeah.
So
And
let's.
NBA refs suck. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no. Of course.
Oh! I have
Yeah.
one more thing.
One more.
I had a lot for this episode.
I know. That's why I kept on asking anybody.
Free Al Horford.
Oh yeah, he's
We
not gonna
spoke
play.
about
Right?
this. We spoke about this
Oh.
before. I know we did. Oh, they announced we're not playing Al Horford for the foreseeable future because they want to take a look at the young guys. Good.
That
He
was
just had the
yesterday.
trade deadline. Trade him.
Yeah.
Nobody
Right,
wants his
yeah,
contract.
I don't get that.
Waive him.
Yeah, that's
But-
messed up.
It's like when it's the other way around, all we hear is we bash the players and we bash James Harden and these
Yeah,
guys
maybe-
don't care.
Maybe
and
things change though.
blah blah blah.
Maybe,
Listen, Al Horford,
maybe
class
things
guy.
change that they.
Go ahead.
Maybe things changed after the deadline or leading up. Maybe the behind, because that seemed weird that they did that right after. Maybe he up until the trade deadline said, "Hey, I want to roll with this team," and then the team did other things, and then he's like, "Oh, you guys did all that? Well, f that. I thought we had a
Yeah,
check."
he
So
he
maybe
released a little
his-
statement and was like, "Hey,
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
yeah," he was like, I want to stay here and work with the young guys, and I know what it's like to be a young guy coming in the league, and we'll figure
Okay.
it out as we go. It's like, dude, I know you're just you're a good guy, so you're trying to play that role, but I mean, hey, he's getting his money,
Especially in
I
Oklahoma
guess. Yeah,
and
I know
OKC.
He's
you
getting-
want
he's
to
getting
win. I know you
paid,
want to win
though.
a championship.
Like
That
I can
man's
see
getting
someone
money.
saying that they're gonna do it like in LA or in Miami or like somewhere nice, but like
Mhm.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, bro. Like I don't know. I wouldn't want to spend my last few years in the league in OKC. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm done.
All right,
I'm
closing
done.
out NBA. No, that's fine. We covered a lot of stuff in the NBA. Let's move to something that just happened that got a lot of social media and is still talked about on ESPN today. Was UFC 260. I watched it personally. I was streaming it illegally. And then
Dana White's gonna find you.
yeah, and then
Until,
it went
like the
out.
last fight.
Dude, it went out. I texted in the group chat. Me, Robbie, Vito. We were all watching it, and it was working the whole
The whole
card.
time, perfectly
And
fine.
then right 1 minute, 2 minutes to go in the first round, went out, couldn't find another site.
Dana White flicked the switch.
Bro,
Yeah.
he
I
did
love
it. So,
Julius
he was
Randle.
like, "Fuck y'all."
so I put up the polls obviously on that day. We got I think for the majority, people got it right. The Woodley one and Miocic got wrong for the most part. O'Malley did his thing. I'll let everybody kind of go into it individually. What you guys saw, it was very entertaining card with another fun one coming up on April 24th. So let's talk about it.
Bro,
I-
O'Malley was just doing his thing.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah,
O'Malley
something
is
else.
Black.
nasty.
Yeah.
He
I
was
just
kind of doing this weird thing with his head.
yeah, he was.
I don't know what that was, but he was. I mean, it was the other dude was like 4 inches shorter than him, and the reach advantage was.
Yeah, he didn't look comfortable, the other dude, the
Yeah.
whole time. He's very jittery, moving around. He he had a couple nice little shots on O'Malley where he stumbled or he had to kind of reevaluate everything. But
Yep.
that guy, he was playing defense for 90%
Yeah,
of the fight.
that
which is
fight
fine.
went like 2.5 rounds longer than it should have went.
Yes.
Yeah. I
100%.
agree.
I was
Agreed.
definitely expecting O'Malley to lose after he wasted that opportunity in the first round.
Yeah.
I was like, this is how it
Yeah.
goes.
Big opportunity.
But dude,
He's sitting right there like this.
yeah, come on, bro. You're still
And then
going? Like you
he
still
did
want this shit?
Yeah.
I thought he
Oh.
had him too, though, so I can't even blame him. He wanted.
Yeah.
I like what he said after the match, though. He's like, "I'm only here for 15 minutes a year, maybe twice a year." He's like,
Yeah.
"I got to do something. I got to do something nice."
Right.
Yeah. I just watched a different angle of that last hit that he had.
Oh yeah.
I
And
see
how
it too.
hard the back of the guy's head hit the mat.
Hit the mat. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ref was like, it looked like the ref didn't even know what to do. He was like, "Is this guy still up? Like, should I call it?" Like the ref had like, and then
He's dead.
Sean
He's
just
out.
came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in defensively. He kind of was alert enough to look up, so he wasn't down. But man, he had 20% like battery life, like finish him right before the finish.
He didn't even get to hit low power mode either, bro.
He
He's
went out.
done.
But
I'm not. Only thing I have about the fight is I'm not surprised about the Ngannou stuff.
Yeah.
After I listened to that guy on Joe Rogan, I was like, oh, I got to go for this guy. And he demolished Stipe. And the only thing I want to talk about is, are we now going to see? I know everybody saw John Jones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Putting out cryptic tweets. Are we going to see it?
In typical John Jones fashion.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Are we actually going to see it? Or is it
that needs to happen?
Just going to be?
I think if
John
we're going to
Jones
see
is
it
gonna
with
have to
anybody,
move-
it's going
he's
to be
already
John.
moving up.
Yeah.
He's already said he's moving up.
He's got to
so.
move right, obviously, for heavyweight.
Yeah.
It's got UFC is. I'm a boxing fan. I have been, and I've
Me
been
too.
very hesitant for UFC, where I'll watch it when people are around. I won't order fights. I've ordered already 2 or 3 pay-per-views in a year, so that tells you right there that before 0, last year 3, and it wasn't because of the pandemic or things needed to watch. It's because the product is fucking great.
Yeah.
The way they promo it, the
They
individual.
do a great
character.
job of advertising.
I watch WWE and I feel like it's the real like if UFC was the it's like night and day with that.
Yeah.
UFC is so fucking cool to watch when like promo, social media, everything that goes on. Dana White makes it very modern day. So I love it. I'm a fan and I'm going to continue to order pay-per-views. I can't wait for that fight on April 24th, but I think that happens. I think that they take advantage of this buzz, man, that this roller coaster they're on.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
I'm
they
ready to
need
watch
to.
it.
But I mean, Ngannou is a fucking unit, bro. That man,
dude's different.
He can play D end in the NFL and thrive. He's like Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
He's
Aaron
just-
Donald body.
Yeah, he's bro, like that man.
Punches are scary.
He's like,
Wow.
he
Punches
came
are
in
scary.
6'4", like 263, 264. Like, bro,
Yeah.
how do you even? No way. I'm good. I'm so good.
I was watching it with Robbie, and he said that one. Obviously, he didn't have the last fight. He developed the ground game more. He didn't need it, obviously, this fight, but also his punches were accurate,
Mhm.
meaning he didn't have that before. And when you're throwing power, but you could get tired, and if you're
Yeah.
not landing, you get frustrated. Whatever it may
I think
be.
it was
He
in like this,
landing them.
yeah. I think it was in the Stipe tried the ground over, and then after that, I was like, yeah, this is a wrap. He folded him, bro. Like,
I know.
bro, like I had to watch it after because, like, as you said, that the stream went down. I'm refreshing it, trying to go on different websites. I'm like, fuck, but then I saw everything on Twitter. I'm like, yo, this man got knocked the fuck out. Like, it was bad.
I also want to
Hopefully people are
say
checking on him.
I definitely just had some internet issues for like 5 to 10 seconds. So for anybody
nice.
listening or watching, if things are fucked up, it's not you, it's us. And it's me.
Oh,
Shout
God
out to
damn it,
Iowa.
CenturyLink.
I passed it over to you from last week.
CenturyLink.
All right.
$150 a month for this
Just bear with
bullshit.
us. What other
Fiber
fights? Oh
optic,
yeah,
my ass.
and then the Woodley fight, that was the before the main event. My man was wobbling and stumbling and bumbling for 30
boy
seconds.
let me
45
down.
He
seconds,
looked like
bro.
Biden. He looked like Biden going up the stairs to the plane.
Bro,
How he was walking.
he fell up the stairs.
Yeah.
Luke is nice. He's got it.
Damn,
He's good.
Shout out Fort David.
Yeah. he had him.
Yeah, of course he did, motherfucker. He's good on UFC. But
Hey,
I don't know.
Ben's
I
good
just
on
started
UFC too,
watching it
apparently.
a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Went 1 for 3. What 1 for 2 for the fights at the fort. Anything else about those fights or what's coming up? UFC, nothing.
I'm excited for
major until-
261. I saw today they're potentially setting up McGregor and Poirier for the 3rd time. So
I think
Wow.
I thought they
happens.
announced it in July.
Poirier is gonna win.
I think they were like
Calling
working
it
out the
now.
deals. I
Yep.
don't know if it's official yet, but I think the fighters have agreed at least.
I'm calling it now too. I'm with Fort.
Yeah, Poirier is gonna
Poirier's
win.
win that.
Yeah,
Poirier's gonna win it. Connor's done.
Hey.
He should retire.
I think so.
You think so?
He needs to just chill. Yeah, Connor
he's
just
done.
needs to
He's
chill
done.
and like
I think
make
if he
money
loses
somewhere
this,
else,
he's
doing
done.
something
I think
else.
this is make or
Yeah.
break for him. Like as much as
Yeah,
I love Connor, big fan.
He had
there's-
Poirier in
can't
that
get behind
second
you.
fight almost, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't get
time's
behind
up.
you after because it's been a lot of losses lately.
Yeah.
just keep making your whiskey, bro. Like
Yeah.
do that.
Watered down Jameson. Sorry, Connor.
But yeah, nah. Poirier is gonna wash him again.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be fun to
Sure.
see. Yeah, there's a lot of good fights coming up. Let's see. Let's just lead into bet the fort. Let's do some bets. Obviously, we touched on it, and then we'll kind of go into the NFL because there's a lot of different news with
Yeah.
that. So bet the
I got
fort.
something. I got
we
something
couldn't-
before NFL.
ahead.
I got something before NFL just to keep
All
the
right, so,
fighting,
all right, well,
fighting
yeah.
theme.
Go ahead. Do you want to do it now?
We could do bet the fort.
All right.
You won't
let's
be
do bet
betting
the
on what
fort
I'm
and then
talking
yours.
about.
No,
All right.
let him go. Let him go so I can look it up. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Grave.
Yeah.
You got the floor.
April 6th, as I like to call it, shout out Jesus Marrow on the Peacock.
Back.
We got the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. So obviously COVID, they weren't able to do it last year. 2020 class, NWO, the Bella Twins,
Bro, they be letting
JBL,
in
British
anybody.
Bulldog. Yeah. 2021, they just started announcing everyone. So we got
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff,
Mm.
Ali Holly.
Yeah, he's a goat in his own way.
This is one that, not to disrespect what he did or what he does for the wrestling community, but I don't know why the great Khali
I
Yeah.
do it. I
to
do
the
it.
WWE Hall
I
of
do
Fame.
it. Oh,
Point
RVD.
Casey.
Wait.
Yeah.
These are the people who are actually getting elected to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, like
Yes.
got in.
Damn, they
Yep.
might as well.
So
WWE
the last two I saved were Kane.
Hey,
They
did
actually
you
did a cool
see-
thing with him and RVD.
Did you
Go
see
ahead,
it? Did you see Kane's what they did with him with
man. Yeah, Undertaker. Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was cool.
Yeah.
You couldn't
I
even
almost
talk.
cried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That was
I almost
deep.
teared up a bit.
The dynamic between those two, the relationship, they made each
Yeah.
other's
My guy
careers
right
go
here.
that next level.
Yeah,
RVD. That's
RVD.
my guy.
yeah,
Smokes a lot of pot.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, they let in anybody into that Hall of Fame though. It's crazy. It's watered down at the end of the day. They're whores for attention because like every Hall of Fame, and any sport or anything, they announce one time, one day. That's it. They announce one every other day for a month just
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
relevant. It's like, come on.
And
just
like Booker
announce
T's in the
class.
Hall
I
of
get what
Fame
you're
like
doing.
3 different times. I just
Bro, Hulk Hogan's in the Hall of Fame 5 different times because he's
Yeah.
like Hollywood Hulk, the regular Hulk, NWO, this and that. It's like crazy. It's like, get over yourself. Yeah, so that'll be fun. WrestleMania coming up. I bought a shirt at Target 2 weeks ago randomly that I'm gonna rock that whole weekend. So whatever. Bet the fort. So last week he went 2-2,
Trash.
5-3 all time. So we're gonna try to keep him doing anywhere from 3 to 5 bets. Obviously, baseball's coming up. NBA's got some good games this week. So tell us what you got. We'll write them down. We'll put them up on social media. And by the way, we do save these picks so they don't disappear on the story highlight tab. So if you want to
Yeah.
keep up to track and
Oh damn, that's news to me. Oh
yeah,
shit.
sorry, yeah. I've been learning. Yeah.
So
we've been-
he can't lie. You know, that
exactly.
he's
We've been learning
he's
how to I said
shooting
it.
80%.
We try to hold each other accountable here. We can't
I'm
just
locked
say it.
in.
So.
I'm locked in for this episode. So I told you I got a sleeper after this, but go ahead.
Oh, great. Look at Gravy. He got
I'm
so many
in
notes. He's like,
everything.
all right, after this.
I'm like
Energy.
Shaq doing commercials right now.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so go ahead, Gravy. Fort with your picks for this week.
All right, so we got for this week we got 2 basketball, and we're doing 3 baseball for opening day coming up. You know, just a little sizzle in the action. Thursday night we got Nuggets and Clippers. I'm taking the Nuggets. Straight up money line, however you want to do it. Nuggets.
Okay.
And then Friday night we got a pretty good game. We got Bucks and Blazers. Taking the Blazers.
Man
Lillard's
never
gonna do
takes
his
the
thing.
Bucks.
Fuck the
Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Bucks aren't good.
Before it's like Damian Lillard did me dirty that one time, I'm gonna take his ass.
Yeah. Lillard listens to the pod. You know, we big fan of 4-Bar Friday. And then for baseball opening day, I'm taking the Yanks over the Blue Jays. Shout out Ray. Padres over D-backs.
Right.
And Dodgers over Rockies.
I like it. So I'll put that up. We'll make sure we hold them accountable. What was we'll hold off for Gravy because I know you want to go off on something. Ben, you wanted to talk about your parlays for the UFC, right? Just to kind of
Oh no, that shit is luck. There's nothing to talk about. I'm just upset.
Tell him, bro.
I'm just upset. I only put $3 fucking on it because it was like plus 3,000 and I actually won. When it was down to Ngannou and Stipe, I was telling my wife, I was like, oh my God, I'm actually going to hit this parlay.
Oh
like
my
the first 6 people on there, I had no idea who they were. Like
He did it. I can confirm this. This because I was with him, and I gotta give it to the guy. Cool as the other side of the pillow, baby. The whole time, wasn't sweating a bullet. I wasn't with him for the last fight.
What was it?
Because I only bet $3.
What was his reaction?
$3
Did you run around the crib or something?
No, I wasn't with him for the last fight, but for the first like 6 fights of his bet, he was just like, "Hey, I won that one." I was like, "Didn't know you had an 8-teamer going, pal."
Oh my God.
I bet 3 and I won like 100.
All right.
That's straight.
That goes towards the car.
I'm pissed.
For real.
But hey. Next UFC fight in April, I'll throw down my Ben Sleeper 8 pick parlay again, and we'll see if it hits. If it hits again, then I'm gonna hit up Dana White and say, "Hey, kick Joe Rogan's ass out of there and get me in here to commentary."
I need a spot.
Yeah.
All right, so we will log those in. Go ahead, Gravy. Go ahead, take the floor.
All right, I want everyone
notes you got over
to. I want everyone to know that I am 1-0 with my sleeper picks on this podcast. Okay. So for the encore, I had to go big or go home. And I'm sticking with soccer. This time we're going with international soccer. It's the World Cup qualifiers. Okay. I have a 12-team parlay that spans over Tuesday and Wednesday.
This is the one that you Is this the
well,
parlay that you had?
I know what he's going to say. Let Ben tell this story.
Hold on a second. We need to let the people know that the gravy special on any picks always will span over multiple days, maybe multiple weeks.
Whether he knows it or not.
Yeah.
Whether he knows it or not. In the chat, this dude sends his parlay. The UFC one, you remember that? And I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute. The other
These guys aren't even fighting.
April.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
He was like, dude, my fight's not till April. I'm like, yeah, I thought you knew that.
Nope.
So yeah,
I'm an idiot.
That's just a disclaimer to people. It could be, you might not know if you're going to win or not for a good month or 2, maybe a 3. But, hey.
All right.
He adds a future into his
I can
parlays.
confirm this time around, I knew that they were going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay.
Good.
So if you're listening to the podcast early, the first game's at 11. Get it together, figure it out, and make some money. Okay.
Yeah, wake up.
So,
you should be waking up before 9:30 anyways.
Wednesday, England over Poland. Tuesday, Belgium over Belarus, I think is how you say it. Tuesday, Slovakia over Russia. Oh, no, sorry. Russia over Slovakia. All right. Tuesday, 11 a.m., I got Serbia over Azerbaijan. Tuesday again,
I don't even know
I
where
got
that is.
Norway over Montenegro. Tuesday, I got Slovenia over Cyprus. Tuesday, I got Turkey over Latvia. Tuesday, I got Portugal over Luxembourg. Wednesday, I have Spain over Kosovo. Wednesday, I have France over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Slow it down, pal. Wednesday, I have Ukraine over Kazakhstan. Shout out Khabib. And Wednesday, I have Scotland over the Faroe Islands. All right, book it in.
So what is it?
Plus two. It's plus 2,668.
Bet what? Win.
Are you gonna put
bet
this
20?
Out somewhere?
Yeah, I got it. Bet 20. Win 553.67. We're going big.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a donation right there.
Yeah.
and if it hits after, I don't know, the 2 weeks it spans, are you gonna do something special on a pod if it hits? Because that's 12, right?
I will get it in all ones. I will have my boy Brandon from Backstock Hype send
Shout
me
out.
the Supreme Money Gun, and I will let that shit fly on this podcast.
Ooh. That I mean, for the
kidding. I'm
content,
kidding.
I'm rooting for you. For your
Yeah.
pockets, I'm rooting
He's
for
not
you as well.
sending me. He's not mailing me in $1,000 Supreme Gun.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it is 1,000.
instead, Ben, we're going to freaking MB2 if I win this. Okay.
What's MB2?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
He likes
it's
it.
it's
Is
It's,
that that
uh,
gentleman's club in
The
No,
best
Manville Lake in
restaurant in
Iowa?
all of Iowa.
No.
It's a
it's like a
go-kart.
raceway, like
Yeah.
race go-karts.
Oh, okay. That was
But you can
Like the shit in Fort
it's
Lauderdale.
not
I just can't
pussyfooting
think of the
around
name.
go-kart,
Yeah.
you know.
What's the place in Fort Lauderdale?
They
Why
go
can't I think of
fast.
the name?
Dream Park.
Oh,
Action Park.
extreme action.
Yeah,
Park.
Extreme Action Park, just like that.
Yeah.
But obviously not
Uh,
the other shit, just race car driving, go-kart
I
driving.
usually sneak liquor into it with a flask every time I go. So
Oh
don't
my
snitch
god!
on me.
Hopefully none of their
Don't
employees
let this
listen to
guy
us.
in, bro.
Dog,
Yeah.
I'm everywhere with my flask. The golf course, whatever. Let's see. Oh, so we got Thursday opening day. We won't go into baseball too much because there's so much content for this episode. We'll go
Yeah.
into it on episode 10. But I'm wearing my Yankees, and this man decides, unrehearsed, to come on with the Luis Gonzalez 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks jersey.
The Yankee
Sorry, Ray, I got
killer.
you too.
And if you guys
Yeah.
are too young to know or don't know baseball enough, just Google
Yeah.
World Series 2001, and it's heartbreaking. Obviously, in 2003, we lost to the Marlins. But hey, that was
I
in the
Google
past.
that one too.
Now we're developing players. We know how to homegrown a little bit. And
Had
then
to
we-
wear the Yankee killer himself, Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah. So one of the ideas I had, maybe we'll get that going, is obviously this podcast called The Utility Players. Hopefully we pay attention to a little bit baseball. We give a shout out to some random guys, whether it's making a play, we'll post it on the story or whatever. But that should
Yeah.
be fun throughout the year. Anything to add about baseball? Anybody?
Baseball
What-
is like
What fan are you?
watching.
Marlins 4 and B
Cubs.
Cubs. 4.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say baseball is like watching that ship stuck in the Suez Canal.
He
Oh
hates it.
my
Yeah.
god!
Wait,
stop.
golf and baseball. Golf and Fort needs action, continuous action.
Yeah.
Look, man, I love baseball. That was my first love, but
He needs
I don't know,
steroids back.
I need to just
He
let
needs
these guys.
steroids back in
Thanks.
baseball.
They changed the baseballs apparently, and there was 1.1 less home runs per game this spring than last spring. So
Yeah,
not sure if you want to read into it. Obviously, it's spring
they
training.
made it
You
like
got-
an ounce heavier or something like that.
Did they? I didn't see the specifics.
Yeah.
I was gonna read that tomorrow. An ounce
Yeah.
heavier, but and nothing with the stitching, the tightness of it.
Oh,
Interesting. Well,
or
that's
or
something.
maybe it's not an ounce heavier. It's like, I don't know. They made it heavier, but it doesn't feel heavier like when you're touching,
Gotcha.
when you're holding it.
I believe you when you say it's heavier, but it's not heavier. With
Yeah.
baseball,
So
they'll
she's-
make that work
That's-
somehow. So that kicks off opening day on Thursday. That's like a holiday.
And Steve Cohen, get it done, pal. All right, you guys went and had a nice chicken parm dinner on Saturday. Sign Francisco
Good choice.
Lindor. Okay, give him $350 and let's get out of here, pal.
Can't go wrong with chicken parm.
Yeah.
No. It's one of my
Not
favorites.
at all.
It's,
Love
top-
Right?
chicken
it's,
farm.
it's a top 5 meal for me.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. Let's see. Let's go into Let's go into football. I'll throw some topics and you guys kind of stir it how you want. We got the Dolphins made a big trade, obviously moving back in the draft. Obviously, they had that third round, that
You
third
need the
overall.
you need the
pick that-
details.
Moving back
yeah,
and then
give it-
moving forward again.
You
I
got
the
it. Pull it up.
details. I
Go
got
ahead.
the details.
He got the notes today.
Yeah, Miami traded number 3 to San Francisco for number 12, a 2021 third round pick, and a first round picks in 22 and 23. And then, so you can get into that as well, and I won't interrupt you. Philadelphia then traded 6 and 156 to Miami for 12, 123, and a 2022 first round pick. So San Francisco will be at 3, Dolphins will be at 6, and the Eagles will be at 12, which is funny because the Cowboys have 10, the Giants have 11, and the Eagles now have 12. So 3
Wow.
divisional
Interesting.
teams picking back to back to back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of movement. What do you guys think about it?
I like the move for the Dolphins. It's just they're pretty much betting on themselves that they're going to be better than the 49ers for the next 2-3 years. And they put themselves in a position where if they did take Devontae Smith, there would be people that say that they were reaching. Now, if we take Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase or whoever is at 6, we're not really reaching for a player at that position. So we still have our the 18th overall pick. And then, I mean, we basically turned Laramie Tunsil into like first round picks. So I mean,
crazy.
I can't hate
wild.
it. I can't hate it. You know, we're 10-6 last year. Got a young QB. Hopefully, they put some weapons around him, and I mean, make the playoffs this upcoming season. I don't see why they don't. You know, just build off of what you already have.
I like what the Dolphins got and what they've made for the future. They kept
Future looks
themselves
bright.
open. Yep.
Flores is
Defense looks
good.
great.
Greer is good. You know, so just gotta play now, make it count.
Yep.
I love it too. I think that they have 2 first-round picks this year, 1 next year, and then 2 more after that. So they're definitely going all in kind of this year. And then, hey, if things don't pan out, whether it's with Tua after this year, next year, or really anything else, they have 2 more ones in 2023. So who knows where those are going to be. And I'm sure they can move some more shit around and make something happen if they needed to then. So I think it sets them up for now and later. So I like it.
Before you go, B, the NFL is one of those sports or divisions that, you know, people go from top to bottom, bottom to top. So that division's wide open. I know Buffalo Bills are the favorite. They won it last year, that division, but anything could happen in football, whether it's the quarterback getting hurt or it's so flip-flop in divisions that I love that the Dolphins are going after it. As a Giants fan and that lives in South Florida, I root for the Dolphins to win because it makes experiencing going out and watching football more fun for me. Go ahead, B.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, to me, it's just dependent on who they draft. So I can't really comment on it until we see it. But I do want to ask, what do people think about the obviously looks like impending 17-game season now?
Yes, that's another thing I had. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel bad for the players, but I like it.
You like it because it gives you another game of football?
Right. Right. Why not? Right.
No, I like it because more teams will be able to play each other that wouldn't necessarily.
Okay.
How?
Like
What do you mean?
that,
How do you mean?
that like once every 4 years or whatever is kind of cut down now because you have an extra game to play against that team.
Yeah, because
like
it
we
won't
wouldn't
be
play
a
the
conference
Dolphins this
game,
year.
obviously.
Yeah, we wouldn't play the Dolphins
Yeah.
this year, but I believe they said if there was 17 games, then we'd be playing the Dolphins last week, like week 17.
How do you guys feel about a second bye possibly if they do 17?
Oh, I think that needs to be in. I would hope that's in.
Go with it. You hope
Yeah.
17 games means you get
Yeah.
2 buys. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard that on I think PTI, and so I wanted to know what you guys kind of thought about that.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
interested to see how it'll work.
It's money. Hey, they make billions of dollars every year. They're just trying to keep that players making more, franchise making more. That's Roger Goodell's money. Job is to make owners more money, which makes the team and then the players. So, hey, if it makes more money and it gives us more football, how negative could it be? We're biased or we don't have physical assets in that where it's not our bodies. You know, we could be selfish in that regard.
Why do you think the players seemingly are so upset by it? Beyond, is it the injury factor? Why?
It's just to complain.
What?
I feel like
More money.
I personally feel like that. Yeah, players want to make more money. They want to be able to move like NBA players because obviously you're seeing guys want out of teams more like the NBA. But I think it's human nature to complain when something's new, and then they realize how great it is later on that they're making more money, have more opportunities for network deals and extra games. So that's my opinion. I don't know if you guys feel like if the players complain about something like that, it's purely strategic on their part, or they really have a reason. But I think it's just human nature to complain. Oh, we have to play more games. Here we go. But it's like they're not thinking 5-10 years ahead, because they're probably going to be retired by then.
Yeah.
They don't
Okay.
care about the next generation. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see.
that what you
how
were
it-
thinking?
I mean, I like it pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't beyond the injury factor. I don't know what else they would complain about. I mean, NFL players bitch all the time that they want to get paid more compared to baseball, basketball. Well, I mean, the only way to do that is you're going to have to generate more revenue somehow for them. So you're adding another game, which is going to generate more revenue, and TV contracts. So here it is. Fans, I don't know, beyond an injury factor, throw in that other
we're not
buy
gonna
there,
say
so now
no.
they get 2 buys.
Yeah.
We're good.
Hopefully with this, I hope the players get a little something out of this, even though they deserve a lot of something. But I hope whether it's some more money or revenue sharing or however they work it out, I hope they get a little more, because at the end of the day, the owners could be the owners, but we come to see the players and see them work on their craft and be the great athletes that they are.
Damn.
So nothing.
It
without
goes
them.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
The league makes more money, players make more money. It's simple as that. So that's why I think the players, after they get over the fact of injuries and we got to play more, you guys are going to get more money, whether it's next year or 5 years from now, if you're still in the league.
Right.
Go ahead, B. What happened?
I was just gonna say I was gonna send you this tweet I found, but this guy, he tweeted out each sport and then the amount of revenue share that the players get, and it was interesting to see. I gotta try to find it.
Yeah, send that to us. That'd be great to kind of look at and maybe tweet out or Instagram. Do you need a minute on that, or we could just keep flowing? And then, bring it up whenever you find it.
I want to.
What else?
Yep, I know. Real quick, Sammy Watkins to the Ravens 1-year deal. Giants signed
That just happened
today or yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay trying Lamar.
Giants signed Danny Shelton, nice defensive tackle, take over for Dalvin Tomlinson.
Hog Molly.
Yeah, culture guy.
Culture guy.
And I want to know, Ben included, what you guys. I found this to be like a neat little stat. The Bucs became the first team to re-sign all 22 players who were free agents after winning the Super Bowl.
That was wild, man.
After they re-signed Fournette.
I seen that.
So, yeah, I think that's insane.
The Brady effect.
Impressive. Yeah, for sure.
That is a Brady. There's no, it's not a coincidence. That's Brady effect.
What would you do? We're like, what are you gonna do this offseason? They're like,
I'll take less.
I'll come back.
I want 12. I want 12, but you're giving me 8. Fuck it. I'll find 4 million ways to
Cincinnati's looking like a good option for me this year.
I can't find it.
Fuck that.
All right, all good. We'll find it if it's
I thought you were talking about another tweet I saw.
What?
Did you see did you see Gwyneth Paltrow gave Kim Kardashian some lube, a vibrator, and a candle that smells like her orgasm?
No. Wait a minute.
How does your orgasm have a smell?
Yeah.
How does And if
how does she know what it smells like?
I don't know, but I need the candle though.
Put it on Supreme, fucking sell out in under a minute. Love it.
Yeah, throw a Supreme logo on it, and I guarantee it sells for $800.
So for real,
Easily.
Anything with the little red box logo sells.
Do you think if they threw a Supreme logo on that ship in the Suez Canal, it would have got out faster?
Oh my god!
There would have been people down there in line trying to push that bitch out.
Oh my god! With the NFL draft, just to recap that or kind of finish that off. That's the last topic I had was obviously number 1 Jacksonville. We all know who they're picking. After that, it goes to what? Quarterback.
No.
I mean, if Mac Jones goes 3, that's what they've been talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just see what Mel Kiper had. The way he had it, it was a lot of quarterbacks as best available. So
quarterbacks are gonna. I mean,
of course.
I bet in the first 10, I bet 5
4 or 5.
go.
Yeah.
There.
Probably.
And then probably 6 quarterbacks in the first round.
I seen the U might get 3 defensive guys picked.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips ran a fucking 4.56. That's freaking insane.
That will be the first time either in NCAA history? I seen it on Instagram real quick. I just seen that they had 3 guys that could go either top 10 or in the first round.
It's Phillips, Rousseau, and I forget the other kid's name, but
That's awesome.
both of those are first round talents. Rousseau didn't play last year because of COVID, but I mean, what he did the year before, he was up there with Chase Young. So
yeah, it'd be interesting what the with obviously the Niners, Dolphins, and also what's the other team?
And
Eagles.
side note, since we talked about the RIP Howard Schellenberger,
Oh yeah,
University of Miami football program would not be where it's at right now if it wasn't for that man.
What was his job? What was his label like in the organization? Or
he was a head coach at first, and then I know he turned FAU's football program around too. And, and he was with the XFL. Yeah, he did some stuff with the XFL or some stuff. But I mean,
I'm not familiar with him. That's why I asked.
Football mind, he was one of the best.
If you want to learn about him, check out that ESPN documentary on the U.
Yeah, I have that on my list. I have a few. I'm gonna watch that. Good to know. So that wraps up football. A lot of news there. So obviously, before we're getting to the final stretch of the episode, Sweet 16. Obviously, anything college you guys wanted to talk about? Great games yesterday. The Alabama. While we were doing the baseball fantasy draft for Gravy. I was watching that UCLA Alabama game, which was great. Were there other great games on the
Houston's up by 3 right now in Oregon State. I mean, to me, Gonzaga. I mean, did you guys see that stat? Gonzaga's won 26 straight games by 10 or more points. 26 straight by 10 or more.
Dominance. That's not a mistake. Then that lets you know that UConn women just won. By the way, they
look unbeatable. Gonzaga right now. And they had, I don't know who they just played. Who did they just play?
Who?
Creighton? They just played Creighton?
Who? Yeah, Gonzaga played Creighton.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a very good game, and they still beat them like by 20.
That guy with the handlebar mustache, bro.
Yeah.
Swaggy. That throwback, these throwback looks are coming into college. I love it.
White guys. I'm hoping Gonzaga takes it all. I just want to see him take it all, get that ring, that first one. We'll see.
Yeah.
Shout out to Houston, Oregon State tied now.
Shout out to the Maryland women's basketball team who lost last night and ruined my women's bracket.
Yeah, UConn women just beat Baylor, so my women's bracket's done.
Yeah, their first games, Maryland, I think dropped 2 points of 100 games each.
Yeah, they average 90 plus a game.
That's stupid.
Speaking of, let's talk about that Iowa women, UConn women matchup where you had Caitlin Clark versus Paige Buckers.
That was on the golf course when that was being
played. And which I like how Jay Billis said, like, this is the matchup of both tournaments, those two. But then I did not know, and I was telling Nick this, I did not know in the WNBA has a rule where you can't enter the league until you're 22. So that's why Kevin Durant tweeted out about Caitlin Clark. That was like, she should be in the league right now.
Oh, KD said that.
Yeah, and Draymond.
Because
that's why he said that.
She's got to stay at Iowa, and same with Paige all 4 years. She's not eligible for the WNBA draft till 2024, where she's projected number 1 pick.
Why would they make that a thing for the men? And I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either.
I'm becoming pro women over here.
Yeah,
I'm born again.
Too. Should always be pro.
Wait, you weren't before?
Yeah, no. I'm still a decent person. I'm not I'm a good person, a great person. I'm still a decent human being.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
2000. They have to be 22 years old.
Wow, that's crazy. They can't go and get their situation figured out, but the men could be like, "Whoa, I didn't know that."
Did you all see that CarMax commercial?
No.
With Steph Curry and Sue Bird?
No, I don't think I did. Oh, wait, she mispronounced his name or something?
No. Steph Curry walks up to the car salesman and he's like, oh, I didn't think I would be working with a 4-time champ. And Curry's like, oh, 3-time. He's like, no, Sue Bird. And she was like, get in the car.
Sue Bird. Dang it.
Girl. Yeah. It was funny. Y'all got to check it out.
She got swag, bro.
Yes, she does.
So yeah, that's basically Sweet 16. So we have is right now, obviously we're recording this on Monday night. Right now there's games going on for the men's as
Yeah,
well.
after tomorrow
So-
night, we'll know who the Final Four is.
Oh, I didn't even know because I had the women's UConn on, but yeah. So basically, the challenge bracket, I'm in dead last place. I've been in dead
Yeah.
last place after the half of the first round, basically.
You've locked
so
that up. You've locked it up. Yeah.
locked it up. Put
Locked
me in.
Wait
there.
a second. So
Yeah.
did they change the nights that the games were usually
Yes.
on?
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
That's
That's
They
why,
I had no
usually-
idea there were games tonight.
I know.
dude.
They
That's
usually
why I asked.
usually
Just now. I was like,
started.
wait.
Yeah, they usually have the plan on Wednesday. They start the tournament on a Thursday. So they
Thursday,
play
Friday, Saturday,
Sunday. This
Bro.
year they did the plan on Thursday. They started it on Friday. So it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And
Okay.
then like now, I don't know.
Yeah, I was thrown off.
Saturday, Sunday,
Weird.
Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 more games tomorrow.
Did they play Friday?
No, they only
no.
played Saturday.
Yeah, they played Saturday, Sunday. That's why I thought there was at least one day off. But usually they have that one day off because they're traveling sometimes
Yeah.
to hotel to hotel.
Maybe it was scheduling
arena to
stuff
arena.
with like having the arena those
Could've been.
days, and I mean, granted, there's
COVID
no
obviously
COVID, but
doesn't help.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
It's weird.
That's wild. That's why I didn't think there was games at all today. That's why when you said men's or named the team, I was like the women's side because I know the women's played today. But so that challenge still going on. Let's see who wins. Hopefully, we get somebody on the pod. We're
Yeah.
working on merch, by the way. We're working on stickers, merchandise, hats, shirts, just to have fun. We'll probably maybe give those away, do little fun things on social media and the pod. Let's see. Little news here. To go off some fighting thing, Jake Paul, Logan Paul's going to be on WWE on Friday Night SmackDown, and Jake Paul's
shit.
fighting Ben Askren.
Ben Askren.
Ben
Ben
Askren.
Askren.
Ben
Askren.
Askren.
They
Yeah.
I
had
hope Ben Askren gets his ass whooped.
Promo
dude, they had
god.
the press
Yeah.
conference. That was funny.
That promo was great.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Ben Askren.
He has a punchable face. Like I know he obviously he's in UFC, so that doesn't obviously he does. But like
No, he
even-
retired.
Yeah, Masvidal retired his ass.
Yeah, he retired it. He got a fucking knee print in his face.
You retired
Yeah.
him, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be fun though to watch because at the end of the day, I think you want to see them both like double knockout each other or something like that,
Yeah.
like something crazy to happen. Because I mean, I'd pay 20, 40, whatever it is, just to have people over and just root for them just to annihilate each other. That's some news. I don't know if you guys have any takes on that other than what we just said.
No, I'm just looking forward to watching it. Same with Logan and Floyd. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is that a
Ben-
definite? I thought it hit a snag or something like that.
I thought it hit snag
it?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have. I don't know.
But Ben, why is he on Ray, why is he on WWE?
So Sami Zayn has been a conspiracy theorist, and he's
Yeah.
fighting what's his name?
Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens. So they just made an announcement that he's coming on, and I think what they're gonna do is because WrestleMania is in 2 weeks, they're gonna probably have him on WrestleMania because Bad Bunny's on WrestleMania fighting a match for some
What
reason.
are they doing?
So, dude,
Bad
I don't know.
Bunny.
They're
I
selling
don't know.
themselves out. I like celebrities being involved in wrestling. Sometimes it adds to cross promotion, but man, we might be watching 3 celebrities on WrestleMania,
Dude.
like having a real deal match. And I'm like, come on, that water's at that. And I watched enough wrestling. I think I could get in the ring and do a 2-minute match or something. Put me in.
That's gotta kind of upset or irk some of the actual WWE, wrestlers.
Oh, it does.
No, bro, I've been training for this my whole fucking life, and I'm getting bumped because we're gonna bring,
And that's
Bad
why I
Bunny
say-
on here.
and
They're
that's why I
bringing
say-
Lil Nas X next.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's our. Oh wait, hold on for that. Hold on to that topic.
Him
'cause
in his
that's-
devil shoes.
Hold on, that's next. But to end it at that, that's why wrestlers get mad because they work their ass off, and there's some that they just released actually that they have no plans for. I get it as a business, how you guys cross promotion. Shaq with AEW was fun watching them go through a table.
Yeah, they've been
Obviously,
doing this for years.
it brings more eyeballs to it. But when you have like multiple matches and multiple segments plugged by people that will go on and go do their thing for 98% of the year, it sucks that guys with talent don't get the opportunity. That's just my little vent for that. But
Yeah.
My next sidebar topic for was the little Nas X and the Devil Sneaker. I just seen on Barstool, which Barstool tweets out a lot of headlines that are just clickbait, so I believe it. I didn't click on it, but it said Nike is suing the company that company that's doing the Devil Sneaker for Lil Nas X. Personally, me, I'm not offended. I've become less religious as my life goes on, so I have no anger towards somebody that's a devil worshiper. Obviously, actually, you guys should watch Hulu. It's Hail Satan. Great fucking documentary.
It's great documentary.
You see that? Ben,
Yeah.
We need to talk
great
offline.
documentary.
Great documentary. But so what are your guys' takes on it? Obviously, it's controversial. You got the devil worship, but he's different. Obviously, nobody should be offended by a sneaker at the end of the day. But they did do something weird with Nike. So go ahead, Ben.
Yeah.
Two things. I'm not offended by it either. I am a well-documented non-religious person for it. I also, and Nike is suing them. And if you read like the lawsuit that they filed, they talk about that the human blood, apparently the cc human blood that they put in there can make it the shoe defective. What I'll say is that same company that made that same company that out of Brooklyn that made those shoes for him a few years ago made the same exact shoe, and they called it a Jesus shoe.
Jesus shoes,
and it's basically the same thing. And in the sole of the shoe, in the air sole, they put quote unquote holy water. So why didn't Nike sue then?
I'm not going to speak on it, but you guys can take the floor because I don't want to go on my mini rant either.
I have absolutely nothing regarding this, so take my time.
If this is what people are, if people are so worked up about these tennis shoes, then I mean, we have other issues, especially in this country, that need to be solved. That maybe should focus your fucking attention on than some stupid ass sneaker.
That's exactly what I was telling to.
Like, geez.
That's what I was telling to the people I work with today. I was like, people are fucking talking about this kid and his sneakers. Like, what is this preventing us from really looking into? Like, what's really happening?
Yeah. It's because people are bored on a Monday. People are bored on a Monday. They got time. So it's like, another thing to tweet about.
I see people tweet at Lil Nas X and whatever. I'm not a fan of his music, but I don't hate the guy. I'm not a fan of his music.
He made some Chick-fil-A ones.
Yeah, but people are tweeting him like, Old Town. I thought like the one tweet, Old Town Road was my kid's favorite song, and then Lil Nas X hit him back and was like, bro, that song is about, I can't remember what it. He's like, so it's your fault that you let your kid listen to that.
Yeah, he's talking about lean all in my bladder.
Take some own personal responsibility. Right? And like, if you don't like somebody, don't listen to them. Don't pay any attention to them. That's why America is the way we have a choice. It's not forced compliance on everything. I can't go off on this.
No, I love it. No,
I get very passionate.
Do it.
Yeah.
No. We're running short on time, but I'm with you on that. B. As far as those complaints, it's people just bored on Twitter. It's easy to tweet and complain and get in an uproar.
If it's I'm done.
Yeah, he almost did it. He almost did it. I like this. This is just me. Who could go off first, me or Ben, on a topic? And I love it. It's like ticking time bombs. Let's end it on that. So quick kind of DMs and shout out Brian Maida, who operates my basketball fantasy. He also does FanDuel football that I dominated this year, cleaned those boys up. He DM'd the pod asking or asking the question of James Wiseman and the Minnesota pick for Cat during the deadline. Did that almost come to fruition or was talked about? Golden State for Minnesota? Was that talked about?
I didn't hear anything about it.
I didn't hear anything of it.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, right? Maybe that was just him fucking with us, and if he is, then fuck you.
The heck?
Feinberg likes that Fort talks about a lot of business moves, so we're gonna have, we have Bet the Fort, which is betting, and then we'll have Ford and obviously in general.
Feinberg.
He stays
Big
in the
Heat
DMs.
fan.
I love him.
Big Heat fan.
I love him. Interacting with him is fun. But we'll try to bring more business moves and kind of stuff like that into the talks. Draft talk, we already jangle. Shout out to the beat maker himself, Little Nas
My
X.
guy.
So anything else you guys randomly want to talk about? Gravy's top 10. We won't be doing this week again. We have we're obviously figuring out production for this show, trying to see if we could keep a show anywhere from 50, 55 minutes to a minute and 15. So kind of keeping it in with your attention span. So we'll kind of mix in Gravy's top 10, maybe remix it for future episodes. But
Top 5.
Anything? Yeah, top 5. Anything else you guys want to talk about as far as little topics that we
Shout
didn't
out
cover
Bradley
today?
Beal.
He's out today, by the way, costing me a position.
That's all right. That's all right. You motherfuckers got to guard me.
That's a dope video.
It is.
He got to play against me. You ain't taking my job.
That's some real shit, dog. He's a killer.
Once he gets a new team.
Yeah.
Get out of Washington.
Yeah, for sure. Or Washington just got to step up and
yeah,
I mean, their hands are tied now.
Russ has
nobody going to
20.
Washington.
Yeah, their hands are tied.
No
Russ makes too money.
Yeah, but
I take that back.
Russ does have 20 and 20 with 8 minutes left in the fourth. Triple-double.
Averaging a triple-double quietly.
Yeah, light work, former MVP.
Which is wild because it kind of shows you, he's averaging a triple-double, having career numbers probably the last 3 years every single year up to the next. And his team doesn't, get anywhere if they go to the playoffs. I think we discussed this early in the year, but stats sometimes lie, man. Numbers lie. And in his case, it'd definitely be lying for some wins. So we just got approved today from Google Podcasts. Find us on that. If you guys stream iHeartRadio, we're waiting for Pandora. That's taken a long while. I don't know why, but you guys can find us obviously on Apple.
Pandora's
right. Out of
Pandora.
I mean,
motherfucking Pandora outside.
Some people be rocking with
Pandora's
Pandora.
box.
They throw that on at work. They throw that on at work at their place instead of having song. I don't know why, but some people that rock with it. We'll be on Pandora soon, but catch us, watch us on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Shout out this podcast that I listen to, that friends of the pod, they listen to us. Bet the Farm podcast. It's a betting podcast. That's their focus. That's all they talk about, but they're fun to listen to and fun to watch. They have a YouTube channel, Bet the Farm podcast. So just wanted to show some love, and this is what our podcast is all about. Obviously showing love to Small Business Saturdays, other people that are doing their thing so they could show love back.
Yeah. I do want to say one thing. Yeah. One little thing. We don't have to really talk about it. My soccer team, Manchester City, announced today that Sergio Aguero will be leaving the club when his contract's up in the summer.
Good. Time to move on.
That's my guy. Absolute legend for us, Kuhn. They also said that a statue is going to be built outside of the Etihad where we play, alongside Vincent Kompany and my guy, David Silva. So really, he came in when we started to change the club around, won 4 league titles. So dude absolutely deserves it. He's our all-time leading goal scorer. So shout out my guy.
Anything to add, Ben?
No, I don't know shit about soccer.
Cool. Let's wrap it up.
Not because I don't like
That's
it,
what she
just
said.
because,
All right, guys.
I need to learn.
That's episode 9. This will drop tomorrow morning. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Episode 10 next week. Holla.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Gang.